talking basketball. They're fucking dumb as shit. They talk about basketball, but they will make dumb ass jokes.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Pod Don't Lie with Sam and Stav. And honestly, Sam, here's what I just want to say. The basketball gods can suck my fucking dick as far as I'm concerned. A brutal stretch of fucking basketball for your boy. Almost everything I've wanted to happen has not happened. I've gotten fucked in my ass multiple times this weekend. The Bucks got their fucking holes blown out in a way that would make Budenholzer so if he watched his wife get her holes blown out that way, he would be thrilled. I don't even know what the fuck this. I'm just fucking. We got little Admiral Baby Nuts went the fuck off against Philly, who brings out DX, my favorite wrestlers as a kid, get embarrassed.
You know what?
And Baby Nuts goes off. Luka loses.
It makes me feel a little bit better about the Knicks losing though, because I gotta say Trae Young is legit. I hate to say it, but the Baby Nut assassin is legit.
The Baby Nuts swell. The Baby Nuts are swelling to a size I can't even imagine.
I got something to tell you though, dude. I can't believe you didn't open with the hottest news in the NBA. Tibbs is the coach of the year, brother.
Good for Tibbs. Giannis got dunked on by Blake.
Well, Blake is fucking back.
And I love Blake, and that's no, I can't celebrate anything because I like Blake, but what happens? How does he fucking mark his comeback? By playing incredible defense on my favorite player and dunking over him? And I have to watch them lose by fucking 100 points?
I don't even think that wasn't even the play of the night.
Chris Middleton turns into fucking I don't even know who the fuck he turns into. God damn it, dude. I'm fucking pissed off.
Well, the problem is, I mean, by the way, the play of the night was that KD cross-up. That was gorgeous. Giannis playing good D on him, too. I don't know about the foul, but that cross-up, that just shows you how Durant is just kind of unguarded.
God damn it.
I know you're upset.
Kevin Durant. Fuck Brooklyn.
Did you hear the
Fuck
story?
Fuck the Barclays Bank.
Did you hear the story about KD and the porn star?
No, let's talk about it.
All right.
Let's not talk about basketball.
I knew you'd be upset, so
God damn it. That fucking game, dude. Yes, let me paint a picture for you, Sam. Because look, I've been all over the place. We've been let outside, right? So it's like we went from our homes to being outside. And I got to be honest with you, Sammy. A lot of my healthy habits, I have not kept up with them. It's been a month of getting fucked up, trying to get pussy from strangers,
well, that's okay.
But just sleeping late, doing drugs, eating pizza. I was doing fucking yoga. My mental health was great. And look, and you know what I said to myself? I was like, we're going to fucking build back we're going to build back better Joe Biden administration style. Okay. And actually I've been as effective. It's like my life has been run by the Biden administration. Actually, it feels like a geriatric man who who can barely speak in public is running my life right now. Anyway, I said, fuck it. This weekend, I'm gonna make changes, right? So Sunday, I'm exercising. Monday, I'm like, fuck, this game is good. I could have gone to the game. I almost went to the fucking game.
I'm glad for your mental health you did not.
Thank fucking Christ.
Same reason I almost went to game 5 of the Knicks, and I'm like, I'm scared.
Dude,
I'm glad I didn't go. That would have made, dude, both blowout games.
Dude, if I had gone to that game, there would have been a fucking news story. A man scales Barclays. I would have somehow found rock climbing strength. I would have jumped off of the Barclays Center.
There would have been. I was gonna go with you, dude. I was thinking about canceling the spot because I'm like, fuck it, it's the playoff stuff, and I should go to a game. But then I was like, I haven't done spots in a minute, and I was picturing it like I would have been carrying you out like Pippen carried Jordan in the flu game. Only you wouldn't have been a winner. You would have just been like lifeless. I was so scared for your mental health.
I would have broken into whatever like artisan cheeseburger stand they had and just fucking fought every employee, ate 12 bacon cheeseburgers, fucking guzzled beer. I would have been fist fighting anyone I saw, any fucking loser who pretends they've been a Nets fan for longer than fucking 8 months. I would have been fist fighting men with septum piercings in fucking Barclays. I would have been fucking going off. And not only that, if we hadn't gone, dude, for a second, I was looking at like, okay, let's say I go alone. It's last minute. and you search like last minute one single seats, you can get like good deals because who the fuck wants to go by themselves? Bro, I almost got courtside. There was courtside seats for like 500, one ticket,
Wow.
like on the court.
Wow.
But with the like fees, it would have been like almost $800. And I'm like, if it was 500, and I'm thinking, you know what? The Bucks are going to do it. They're going to even the series. No Harden. They know how to game plan for it. I'm going to be there alone in a fucking Giannis jersey, telling all these fucking Brooklyn pieces of shit to suck my dick. I'm going to be looking at fucking Quavo or Travis Scott or whoever the fuck is on the court. Literally, these were courtside seats. They were like VIP courtside seats. I don't know what rich person almost took a $1,500 loss on selling them. Anyway, I don't do that. I say to myself, Stavi, get it together. Spend Monday. You're going to meal prep. So I go out on a little fucking jog and bike ride, and I have to and I realize, I thought it was an 8:00 tip. It's a 7:30 tip. I'm fucking riding a fucking city bike, sprinting.
You were going to go?
No. I was just like,
okay.
I was going to go on a little jog, little fucking cardio bike ride,
Sure.
and then go grocery shopping, grill myself a nice lean cut of meat with some fucking shishito peppers, have an asparagus, and have a nice
shishito peppers, because you don't know if you're gonna get a hot one. It's a pepper that keeps you guessing.
It keeps you guessing.
I love it.
They're beautiful, salted and fucking blistered on the grill. So I have a fucking plan. I'm gonna fucking get all this shit. I'm gonna go to fucking Costco, get some spinach, broccoli, shishito peppers. Then I'm gonna go over to a specialty world market and get the Korean sweet potatoes. You ever had those? They're like the ones that are like, they're sort of in between a regular sweet potato and a fucking potato. Anyway, low on the glycemic index, very tasty. I'm going to have myself a beautiful clean dinner. I'm going to get my exercise in, and I'm going to settle down. I'm going to watch my boy Giannis. It's a 7:30 tip.
You talking is like, it's just like a film noir. I know it's going to take a turn. This is like Sunset Boulevard, dude.
So I think it's a fucking 8:00 tip. It's a 7:30 tip. Fuck. I fucking sprint on the city bike down to fucking Costco. I don't even put it in the thing. I leave it parked in the fucking Costco double doors. I live right outside there. And I'm like, if some homeless guy steals the city bike, I'm on the hook for $500 or whatever. I'm like, fuck it. I'm sprinting in Costco. I'm fucking shoving Korean families doing their shopping aside. I'm like, I need to get shishito peppers, you fucking pieces of shit. I grab it. I cut in front of the line. I go to the cell. I make like I'm fucking confused. I'm like, oh, where the fuck do I go? And I see there's a self-checkout lane. I fucking zoom right past I have one. Listen, I got shishito peppers. I'm in and out in a second. I'm not waiting behind an immigrant family stocking up for 3 months worth of fucking food and toilet paper and shit. I zoom. I get back on the city bike. Now I'm fucking now I'm going all the other way to the other side of a store from Long Island City, the Costco, all the way to the other side of Astoria, 43rd and Northern Boulevard for our Queens residents. It's a 15-minute bike ride. Time's a fucking ticking. I do the same I pull the same shit, leave the fucking bike right there, sprinting through the fucking grocery store, cut to the fucking self-checkout. I fucking get a shower in. I get back. I'm literally just fucking, my heart rate's through the fucking roof.
You're feeling good about yourself.
I'm feeling good. I'm like, I'm going to fucking eat this delicious meal. I'm going to see my boy Giannis put that fucking Nigerian, Greek-born, Nigerian, American fucking cock all the way down the throats of the devious Brooklyn Nets. I'm in for a beautiful time. I take a quick shower, cold shower. It's like, okay, this isn't great. Chris Middleton's not shooting good. And then bam, Giannis has a fucking block.
Shooting like shishito peppers. He's fucking
dude.
Terrible.
And by the time,
what happened to Chris Middleton? Is it like?
And let me just say, I'm feeling fucking good. And what happens? I have to watch the Mike Budenholzer's fucking wildest fantasies. I know that motherfucker beat off to what happened to his team last night. I have to fucking watch that.
Dark.
I thought I had fucking finessed the beautiful, healthy evening. I'm going to watch my boys win. And instead, I watch him get dunked on by Blake. Like he's a fucking, it's a dunk contest.
Blake is looking incredible.
Blake is locking him down, bro.
And not only that, I hate to say this, dude. Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving might be the best one-on-one player. They might be the two best one-on-one players ever.
God damn it.
I mean, you got to put Jordan in there too, but like of the last, and Kobe, I guess, but like otherwise you're like, are there better? Like Kyrie is unstoppable.
It's like you can't and then here's the thing, fine. Those guys go off. They only have like 20 and 30 each. Fucking Bruce Brown is hitting corner fucking threes. Bruce fucking Brown.
But you got to remember, dude, they don't even have
Are
Harden.
you fucking kidding me?
The fact that you don't take one game with no Harden is pretty bad.
Pretty bad. It's a fucking disaster.
I was trying to cushion the blow for you.
No, I'm not some fucking delusional cocksucker. Sorry, Sam. I'm not some fucking prick over here pretending it's all going to be okay.
That's you. At me?
That's you.
Fuck you, Stavros. You piece of shit. I was trying to take your feelings into account. Oh, you fucking Greek piece of shit.
Fuck you, motherfucker.
Fuck you. I hope those Greek families. God damn it. I hope those immigrants.
Monty Williams should have won Coach of the Year. How's that?
He shouldn't have. He has 2 All-Stars. We only had 1. And let me tell you another thing, brother. The Knicks are going to be back next year. There is mutual interest. Kelly Oubre and the Knicks.
Good. Go fucking enjoy that, you idiot. One of the worst fucking rotation players in the league this year. I'm sure they're going to sign him to 20 fucking million.
Shut up. This year, he had a terrible shooting year, and he's going to be back. He's also
damn it,
my only fear with Oubre, brother, is that's the best looking player in the league. You put that guy on the Madison Square Garden stage, there's no telling what kind of tail he's gonna pull in.
He's gonna be fucking pulling in tail and just breaking every fucking 3-pointer again, and the Knicks are gonna be on the hook for fucking $20 million.
I'm worried about his shooting. I think he can be a better shooter. I think he is a better shooter. I also think he's athletic. I really like Oubre, and we'll have all lefties. It'll be fun. Let me tell you something, brother. The Bucks are fucked. The Nets are winning it all. I mean, the only team I could even see posing a real problem for them in the West, and it's a weird one, but it's Denver. Just in terms of matchups, like maybe this is like Jokic's Dirk year, where I'm saying it's the only one I can even see, but they don't have Jamal Murray, so it's not going to happen.
Maybe if they had Jamal Murray, I guess, but it's just like
the Nets are unbeatable.
This game was such a fucking thorough shellac. There's not even – how do you even come back from any of this fucking bullshit?
Maybe the healthy Sixers could make it like semi-interesting, but they're not healthy, clearly. And they're not
they're not healthy. I mean, they fucking lose to Trae Young game 1.
Only in terms of matchups because Embiid poses such a different problem for them, but because their interior D is not good.
Dude, it's just like fucking – Bruce Brown is shooting 60%.
Yeah.
Fucking Blake Griffin shoots 75%. Joe Harris shoots 43 from 3.
And Durant's efficiency.
It's just
Durant's efficiency is what makes him the best offensive player ever, maybe. I mean, like, he is so efficient, dude.
You're just and here's the other thing, you're helpless. The second they fall behind to a team like Brooklyn by 10 even, 12.
Yeah.
You're not fucking coming back. Like, you're not like, what the fuck happened to this defense? It's just like,
dude, you're like kind of going through what I went through to some degree. The Knicks, you can talk shit, dude, but the Knicks were a great defense.
It was smoke and mirrors with the fucking Knicks, man. Come on. We both know it. I love the ride. It was a beautiful ride. I was there. I watched them win that fucking playoff game. We were at the fucking Garden. We saw beautiful things happen. But let's be fucking honest, Sam. Come on, Alfred fucking Payton started a fucking playoff game. This is supposed to be fucking. We got all-stars on this fucking team.
You're
MVP.
asking me to do something that ain't in my DNA, brother. I am not going to be honest with myself because telling yourself a little lie sometimes is what you need to get through the day. And when I look in the mirror, I see the orange and blue, and I see us rising from the ashes like a phoenix. And I think we will be back to the promised land. We will get the right free agents, and Tibbs will have even more players to work with, brother. I really wish the Clippers lost. I wanted Kawhi.
You wanted fucking Mitchell Robinson to play with a fucking broken foot a week ago. Let's not forget. You want him to tape that fucking thing up.
I still want him to. If I could go back in time, I'd change nothing given the results. Mitchell Instagram story that he wanted to play. I wasn't saying anything that he wasn't saying himself.
God damn it. This Bucks loss has us in shambles.
Yeah. My team got raped. Now yours is getting raped.
Chris Middleton was so horrible. He went on he had a tiny little streak there in the fucking second half. But I mean,
well, he had a great first round, and he is.
Drew Holiday Drew Holiday tried to keep us in for a while, but it's like
he needs to take more than 10 shots,
you cannot fall back behind on this team And it's like, it's all intensity. It's all fucking heart. It's all like, and they showed nothing. It was embarrassing. And
But they just
beat,
get easier buckets, man. It's like watching the Knicks Hawks series. Like one team's getting easy buckets, the other one isn't. Every time Durant and Kyrie touch the ball, you're like, it's gonna go in. Like in my head.
I understand what you're saying. Obviously, there was a talent disparity in the Hawks, Knicks, and there's a offensive talent disparity when it comes to Nets, Bucks, right? But again, I'm sorry to look. I'm gonna calm down. I'm gonna put it in a nicer way. But
you disrespected me, Stavros,
and I apologize. I was in the heat of the moment.
If we were in a relationship and we were on the street, I would have stopped and you would have kept walking. And I'd be like, no, I'm not moving.
Okay. And I apologize for that. And I was heated, and I appreciate you.
You're in a lot of pain.
I appreciate
and you're not mad at me. You're mad at Mike Budenholzer.
I'm very mad at Mike Budenholzer.
I know you love the Knicks. You got a Quickly jersey.
I love the Knicks in terms like when Giannis retires, I'm a fucking Knicks, unless there's some other Greek phenom of country first. Obviously, I'm a Patriot, but the Knicks are my team. I don't want to move from New York ever, right?
Yeah.
And I'm new to this. I'm 6 years into being a Knicks fan. So let me, I'm a stepchild.
You reminded me that I have to play. Can one of you give me audio privileges so I can play a voice memo from my friend DC talking shit to us? I think it's important to hear. Let me know when we do that.
I think I have to give you screen sharing.
And then I just play it and you'll hear it?
I think you have to share your screen. And
so I do that?
Go to the fucking... Yeah, this is Sam. You should know better than trying to do tech stuff on the fly.
I'm sorry, dude. All right, I screen share.
Okay, now you got to
start share.
You got to fucking advance. I think it's advanced sharing options. No, I don't fucking know. Start share. I don't fucking know, Sam. Send it to me. I can play it if you want.
I got it.
Is it playing?
No, we good?
No, we're not hearing shit.
Wait, no, I didn't play it yet.
Okay, go ahead. Try it.
You hear it?
No. Let's save that for later. We still got plenty to fucking talk about.
I'm sorry about that. Yeah, I shouldn't have done that on the fly.
You're not a fucking tech fly guy.
I fucked up.
Fucking
I'm still dealing with the loss of the Knicks. You think I'm fucking all there?
Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving are tearing his family apart.
Dude, I've gotten messages from so many friends like you shouldn't have gone all in on the Knicks. Like I fucking fuck my life up.
Whatever. It was a beautiful ride.
I regret nothing.
Listen, my point is as good as the Nets are and the Bucks are not as good, right? And nothing has showed that like, look, if the Nets are firing on all cylinders, you can't do shit to stop them, right? But
no one can stop them.
But,
they're the best team in the NBA.
Listen,
by a
the
mile.
the Bucks offense is not the Knicks offense. This is not an offense that should be struggling like this, especially against a defense like the fucking Nets. And look, I love Giannis. I love him. But I know Blake is locked in, and it's awesome to see like I said, it's so bittersweet to see this redemption story because he was one. I love that guy, one of my favorite players. It's cool when you see players make a comeback like this and find a lesser role and just sell
Derrick
out.
Rose and Blake Griffin, fountain of youth, baby.
But I have to believe Giannis can be a little more aggressive. I mean, he had Blake on him. He's not trying to get to the fucking hoop. And maybe that's because he's shooting so bad from the free throw line that he doesn't want to get fouled. What is going
on with these stars and their free throws?
That could be it. I mean, at least
Luka, Giannis, Ben Simmons, you got to hit free throws.
But it's like you got to fucking dunk, bro. You got to get in there. And
yeah,
they just looked so fucking horrendous. And I mean, again, the defense is one thing, right? 125 on the Nets. I know that's a lot of fucking points, but it's the fucking Nets. The problem is scoring 86 fucking points. 86 fucking points on the Nets? What the fuck is going on here, man? What the fuck? Chris Middleton, what the fuck happened?
Well, Middleton is the second scorer. I mean, Drew is like, a 17 a game guy? Middleton's the guy who's got to go off because without him, they're never going to beat. If Middleton has one bad game.
Well, he's had fucking two.
Yeah,
So
that's
there
what I'm
we
saying. Well,
go.
they're not going to win them. So now you got to win 4 to 5. Now you got to win 4 to 5 against the fucking Brooklyn Nets, brother. You got it in you?
Look,
I'll tell you another thing. No disrespect to
one
Giannis.
game at a time. One game
I'm
at a
sorry
time.
to say this, Giannis. You shouldn't have given him 5 fucking years. You shouldn't have signed a supermax.
Thank you.
Because you're stuck with this team now forever. You should have come to the bright lights of New York. We would have shown you the way. But you decided to be a good, honorable man, and it's going to cost you a ring.
Honor fucks you in the ass.
Honor fucks you in the ass. You got the money. You got the money, but you thought Milwaukee was going to make this shit work, dude. I'm sorry. Middleton cannot be your co-pilot on this fucking journey. You're Shaq.
And this is
Shaq couldn't have won with Middleton. Shaq was the most dominant. He needed Kobe.
Thank you. Move him off the ball. And now it's like Budenholzer is going back to all his old fucking habits. He's not playing the stars enough. All right, this game it was a blowout, whatever. He played more. Giannis played more in the blowout.
It's just too bad you don't have Bogdan. I know we said it to death, but
if I start thinking about that, dude, forget about it.
But even with him, can any team beat the Nets? I don't think.
I think they fucking could. Like, if they play some.
Now you sound like me talking about Mitchell against the fucking Hawks now.
No, listen, Bogdanovich, whatever. He's not on the team. Fine. And listen, even as stupid as it sounds, you can't really lose any depth, and them losing even the big ragu is hurtful.
Sure.
But that shouldn't, like, you should be able to score more than 80.
Yeah, but the problem is when you have Kyrie Irving, I know Harden's not playing right now, but when you have Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant, that's 2 guys who can give you 40 with almost ease. They're two. I know they didn't put up those numbers, but it's that efficiency. And when you have those 2 guys doing that, the Bucks just don't have that.
It's not those 2 guys. It's the other guys. You can't.
I know, but just having those. Durant shot 12 of 18 last night. That efficiency opens shit up for other guys. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're absolutely right. But it's like, again, it's not even so much the defensive side of the ball. I know that's crazy to say when everybody goes off. It's that they couldn't get anything going on offense. And like, the point I was making is that
offense always scared me though.
But they went back to their old fucking habits of like Giannis on the ball, like move him off the ball, screen with him, do some fucking do some shit. I mean, I know that depends
why they
on
should have made a
Middleton.
move for. I've been saying the Chris Paul thing forever. This is why you need a guy like that with Giannis.
Yeah.
Look, what
it's all over, man. That shit's over. And
I know it's over. The other point,
the other point is he, like I said, he played more in this blowout than he did in the first game. And then and Budenholzer did some other shit with PJ. They took PJ Tucker out of the first game. Like the first game was more of an opportunity. That felt like a blowout. And then you fucking watch this game and it's like, the fuck am I even watching? What sense can you draw of this?
I mean, I don't know when Harden comes back, but they're probably not going to rush him at this point.
No, fuck. It's just, they're fucked. They're absolutely fucked. And you know what? Good riddance to Budenholzer.
Game 3. Is he definitely fired?
He's got to be, bro. I mean, unless they make some kind of crazy, miraculous comeback. And even then, it's like, because the thing.
Crazy to see all the coaches that are going to go this year. I mean, Stotts is already gone. I wonder who they're going to bring in. It sounds like it's going to be Billups.
I'm pissed because I want Billups on the Bucks, or you know what? Fucking Stackhouse. Give Jerry Stackhouse on the Bucks. This team needs some fucking toughness, bro. They need some inventive shit. They don't need to win. They don't need to win the fucking regular season anymore. Fuck. Yeah, they need to be tough. It's heart. It's heart shit. And you can't tell me Giannis doesn't have that in him. I know he does. I think it's the cuck. It's the cuck juices coming out of fucking Budenholzer that are just completely infecting the entire team. It's seeping into him. The cuck juices are running out of his little fucking ass.
His swag is shit. I mean, like,
no swag.
He's got the least swag of any coach. I mean, you look at Spoelstra and you're like, that motherfucker has swag. Yeah, exactly. It's at least certain. Nash has swag.
Oh my God. It's at least partially a fucking figurehead ceremonial position. As much as it is X's and O's, and like, you want to look over at your fucking coach and be like, that guy's on top of it. And you look over at fucking Mike Budenholzer and you're like, that guy just got ripped off at a used car dealership. That's what you say when you look at him.
Here's what I'll say. If you look at both of these lineups, do you really think it's close? I don't. I don't think Giannis has enough weapons.
It's not fucking 125 to 86.
Fair enough, but I just think the Nets are a better team. I don't think this is shocking.
I'm not saying they wouldn't get blown out a couple times in this series. I'm saying with a well-coached fucking a well-coached team, this kind of talent, if everyone's humming and they're doing what they need to do, you can eke out a 7-game series.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. And that's clearly not it. And it's not going to be fucking Budenholzer. I don't give a fuck. It's never going to be him. He just doesn't send that motherfucker. So what's a team that's rebuilding? Send that motherfucker there to teach them fucking good lessons. But he's not going to fucking send him to a fucking small market that wants to be Atlanta, the Joe Johnson fucking Atlanta teams or whatever.
I just think
was that Joe Johnson or was that
if Harden comes back healthy at all,
if Harden comes back healthy, who cares? Fucking, we need one of them to get out.
Oh, I'm talking about winning it all.
Yeah,
I think without Harden, they're probably going to win it all. But with Harden, it's a fucking wrap.
And
it's
this team,
annoying.
And this team played well against them on fucking Easter this year without Harden. If the Giannis had that monster game.
If the Clippers had a post presence of some sort, but they don't have enough to beat the Nets. I mean,
why do they need a post presence to beat the Nets?
I just think an interior scorer could really expose the Nets.
I see. Matchup wise, yeah.
But I think, and also I just don't like. All right, I'm looking at the best players win you shit in playoffs. Like look at Luka. Look what Luka did almost with no one.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. Like the best player on the floor will win you shit, and I mean that's a credit to Giannis taking them where they are. Even I don't think their team is as strong, but.
Yeah, it's like,
I mean, you put PG and Kawhi against Kyrie and Durant. You're taking Kyrie and Durant every time.
Yeah, you are.
And it's really the end of it. It's like I take Kyrie over PG. Kyrie is that good a scorer.
Although Kawhi just was unbelievable in the last 2 games of that series. Unbelievable.
Durant and Kawhi are right here. I put them right here. But I think the Kyrie over PG to me is what breaks it. And Kawhi is one of my favorite players ever. He's fucking the way he dunks just that casually, but also that powerfully.
And I guess we should talk about let's fucking talk
dude,
about
I was in a
games.
sneaker store the other day. Kawhi sneakers are one of the ugliest things I've ever seen.
The New Balance ones?
They're hilariously awful. You can tell they just like brought one in and he was like, yeah, cool. And just like left.
Where's the check? Yeah, they're not that great.
Like Kyrie's a dude that you're like, this dude put work into his sneaker.
For sure. He meditated with his sneaker. Fuck, dude. I just I'm completely fucking they're so fucked.
I got to tell you, there's a little trouble in paradise that's making me giggle, and it's the Dallas Mavs, brother. Porzingis, very frustrated with his role. That's the word on the street, folks.
Yeah.
KP, and it's not just the word in the street. Real GM is saying it. Yeah. Other people are saying it too.
It's completely not the word on the street. Just a report that's out there. We do a
little column A, little column B stuff. But we got Porzingis is very unhappy with his role, and I got to say, hey KP, you're not playing like a star. I know that you were paid like a star, but that doesn't mean that you're playing like a star.
Yep.
Luka's playing like a fucking star. Luka is playing like he's going to be the best player in the NBA for the next 10 fucking years.
Yeah. I mean, Luka, absolutely. KP was completely disappointing in this series. I mean, that whole team gave him honestly, fucking Dorian Finney-Smith was much more impactful in game 7 than Porzingis was. I mean, like,
I have a question. Why didn't Giannis go to the fucking Bucks? I mean, to the Mavs.
That's what everyone thought. That's what everyone was thinking. People were like, "Oh, they're gonna." That's the.
That's what they want Porzingis to be,
dude. Giannis with the Mavs would have been awesome, but
that would have been like LeBron and Shaq.
Yeah. I mean, that would have been an insane combination, but I think also part of Giannis is like he wants to be the guy, which I don't necessarily begrudge. That's part of the makeup of these guys. Listen, I love Giannis. That's not a
thing anymore, dude. LeBron destroyed that. It's not.
It is for Giannis. It is for Giannis. Clearly, I mean, we would have never said that a two-time MVP in Milwaukee would ever stay in Milwaukee again, right? By that line of thinking, Giannis is literally old school. He's just like. He's a double immigrant.
But the league is new school, and you got to adapt if you want to win. And when guys like Durant, who, is as good as Durant is fucking teaming up with superstars, then what makes you think you're going to beat Durant? Especially in the postseason, a guy like Durant is so hard to beat because of his shooting. So when that guy's teaming up with people like that, you got to do that. Is Middleton an all-star without Giannis? He's not.
Not this fucking Middleton, that's for sure. And listen, I
He's a
think
great player. He's a very great player, but he's not an all-star without Giannis.
I think what it comes down to is for somebody like Giannis, or for some people in general. I mean, Dame maybe until recently, these guys just think, well, it's not do I stay and win or do I leave and win? It's like the only honorable win is the one that happens if I stay. Like, I think that's how Giannis looks at it, where it's like, if I go to Dallas, sure, I can win a bunch of championships being 1A or 1B to Luka's 1A, but he's a guy with the ball in his hands. He's skilled. He's not like, that's going to be the guy. If you're Giannis, you go from being the absolute fucking king.
You're right.
You know what I mean? It's like, for some people, it's like, yeah, I will sit and I will fight at my kingdom honorably rather than go and suck another king's dick to fucking be in his court.
So much of that's the media, you know. I mean, you could still.
I think it's psychological. I think it's the way certain people look at things. I don't think it's media.
That's fair enough, but okay, but if he's with Chris Paul is handling the ball more than he is.
Yeah, but Chris Paul is fucking 36. You know what I mean? Right. It's like it's still.
So okay, what if he went to Dame? Yeah, LeBron went to Dwayne Wade, and everyone knew it was fucking LeBron's team by the end.
And that's true, but I don't think that would be the case if you're going to a younger ascending players team like Luka, right? Like, maybe with Dame there's some discussion there, but there's no going. Neither of these guys are going anywhere. They're both under contract. As much as I think that would be a great pairing, there's no way to make that happen.
It's a bummer that he signed that extension, because New York would have been a perfect home for Giannis. We could have come together. He could have done it for us. He could have done it.
That would have been beautiful.
We get Giannis on here. We trade for Dame. Now we have a big three of Giannis, Dame, and fucking King Julius with young RJ ascending.
Wow.
That's the team.
What are we trading for Dame in this situation if we have Julius and RJ still on the team, on the roster?
Knox, Obi, quickly, and
I love how you start with Knox.
4 first rounders.
That's the other fucked up thing. The Bucks don't have a first rounder to trade because it all went in the Drew trade.
Well, that's why he shouldn't have signed with them.
I know, dude.
Because you're betting on. I mean, like, this is not. It was not a smart move if you want to win.
Yeah.
And now he's gonna have to push for a trade. Maybe he can push for a trade to the Knicks.
Yeah, there we go. You can tell we're both so fucked because the
Knicks aren't fucked.
It's a half hour. The Knicks are out. The Bucks are about to be out. You can tell both
our
teams
teams are out. But this is the best season we've had in 7 years.
Listen, you fucking prick. Let me make the point. We're just daydreaming about Giannis to the Knicks. That's all. That's my point. Is like we're ostensibly a basketball podcast, and instead of being like, there's so many other playoff series, and me and you are like, dude, imagine if we had Giannis and Dame.
We're like fucking 10-year-olds who haven't gotten laid yet, and we're just like, dude, how cool would it be to bang fucking Carmen Electra?
Yeah.
Like,
We're like, dude, I can't wait. I'm gonna fuck 8 girls in one night, dude. It's gonna be awesome. They're gonna all suck my wiener. I can't wait to get my wiener sucked by fucking Pamela Anderson. All right, fuck it. I'm sorry. I had to get that out of my system, folks. Usually, this is an episode where we switched roles, basically, Sam. Where I got to just fucking. I don't
think the next week's gonna be a picnic either.
But you know what? That fucking loss, that level of loss, I was so thoroughly broken yesterday.
You were the first person I thought of, obviously, just being like grateful that you didn't go.
Oh, dude,
I was scared for you.
If I had gone, and you could get, because the Nets are a fucking fake team, you could get great seats for like $200.
That's what I'm picturing is a Nets Clippers finals. Hysterical. And just how fucking both the B teams of the city that are just better now than the A teams.
The all no one gives a fuck, the all pathetic parade championship.
Fucking
like imagine the Nets parade, the kind of fucking losers that would go to the Nets parade. Anyway, bullshit. There's been a lot of great basketball. We started talking about it a little bit. We haven't covered it since it happened. That Game 7 with the Mavs and the Clippers, classic. Just incredible stuff. You're right. They are. You know, they're in denial over there, or not in denial, but KP is just like, is looked like shit. He's talking about, although Luka to his credit has said all the right things, but Luka in the playoffs, his numbers are unbelievable. And the thing to remember is that he's played every single playoff game against the fucking Clippers, because his entire playoffs.
Two of the best one-on-one defenders we have in PG and Kawhi too. So
yeah, it's.
I mean, he's scoring on Kawhi Leonard, dude.
Exactly, and that's what's so fucking incredible about him, dude. It's just like, to do this, he doesn't have like a round one against a shitty opponent. This motherfucker has just completely gone off. I mean, and look, he does look a little gassed, right? Like as the fucking games wear on, like he's not as good in the fourth quarters. He's unbelievable in the first, and then he kind of wears down. Maybe he needs to do a little fucking Jokic get fucking ripped type of situation, or drop a couple LBs, who knows? But he's fucking, 22. Like, it's unbelievable what this motherfucker's like. Imagine he's got like 3 years until he's 25. Like, that's not even your prime in the NBA.
And as you said,
like 27.
He's not even ripped yet.
No, it's gonna be really fucking.
It's also crazy. Like, LeBron last year said he was like the best he's ever been. I know he's a freak, but like,
yeah, and a liar. He was not the best he's ever been.
He wasn't, but he was the most high IQ he's ever been. He wasn't like a better player, but like
true.
He slowed the game down. He was so efficient. Like, yeah, he's not gonna like out jump 28-year-old LeBron, but it's still pretty damn cool what he was in year 35.
Yeah, totally. And Luka, just like, you see him play and you're just like, this is a guy that like, I don't know, because of how like herky-jerky and interesting his game is, like, it seems like it'll age well, but it's cool to see, I'm excited to see what he's going to become. And then, but just to see Kawhi be able to hold that level of player back. And the last two games, like we said a little bit, he really was the Kawhi that we remember, the one that we thought we were going to see.
He really only had one bad game, right? I mean, he was pretty incredible throughout the series. Maybe one like mediocre game, but like a lot of games that series, Kawhi was insane.
Yeah, no, he was fucking unbelievable. He shot like 70% one game. Just fucking.
It reminded me why he's been one of my favorite players ever since, I think it was since that Spurs series against the Grizzlies when he just went off, and I was like, this dude's incredible.
Yeah, the only player to have
one bad game.
The only player to have a better field goal percentage in a playoff series where he scores 30 plus points was Steph Curry in 2017 in a sweep against the Spurs. Meanwhile, Kawhi did it doing an all-time duel with like an ascending star
in seven games.
It's really
listen to this. 9 for 22 in the first game. That's fine. 14 of 21, 13 of 17, 11 for 15, 7 for 19 was his worst performance. 18 of 25 and
that's fucking insane.
5 of 9 for 3. Yeah, and then he was 10 of 15 in game 7 with 10 boards, 9 assists, 4 steals, and a block. I mean, doesn't get better. Does not get. There's no better. Did you hear the story about Nick Nurse where they said everyone was like, every play they're like, we'll go to this other guy. They're like, no, just give it to Kawhi. And
right.
Every time it's like, yeah, because he just doesn't give a fuck. He's like the Terminator.
And you saw that in those last two games where it's like, we were talking about Brooklyn feeling like inevitable, and they are because of all the firepower. Kawhi in that Dallas game, the last two Dallas games, felt like, even though you could win this, you're not going to. You're not stopping this guy. He was just fucking automatic. Oh, man, I'm heated off that fucking Bucks loss, Sammy. But you know what'll help me? What did help me calm my nerves yesterday when I watched it? A big fat joint, a pre-roll of high-quality CBD from our friends over at cushydreams.com. This is some of the finest CBD in the whole goddamn universe, Sam. You fucking go to cushydreams.com. You fucking order whatever you look at all their beautiful fucking products. They got fucking pre-rolls. They got the fucking 3.5 gram eighths in the tin that you can just fucking, you can roll your own spliff. You can put them in a bong.
They
put
got
them in a
me
bowl.
Through those Knicks losses, man. I had a little piece.
A little
dream.
I needed the dream, brother. I need to smoke some dream to have some sweet dreams, because I was having nothing but nightmares watching Giannis get his fucking ass cheeks clapped by Blake Griffin and the gang over at the Barclays Center.
Brutal.
It was a brutal time, and but what helps us cope is Cushy Dreams. Like we said, some of the finest CBD available. It's fucking lab grown. Scientists test this shit. A motherfucker with a beaker pours a little droplet of something and then takes a little note. And he's like, A+ is what it says. That's the kind of shit we're talking about here, folks. So listen, if you want to smoke the good shit like me and Sammy, if you want that beautiful motherfucking high quality ass CBD, go to cushydreams.com and use promo code PODDON'T. That's PODDONT, and you will get 20% off your next order. Huge opportunity. Do not fuck this up. Go do it right now, because I'm telling you, without this, I might have fucking committed seppuku on the streets of Astoria because of how bad my countryman Giannis Antetokounmpo and more importantly Chris Middleton played. So that's that. Once again, cushydreams.com. Love that shit. Love sparking it up. It's my fucking ritual to smoke a pre-roll. They got the half grams, they got the whole grams, they got the eighths, like we said, and just flour. But I'm a half gram joint guy. Take one of those to the face. Drink myself a little non-caffeinated diet soda. I've been doing diet cream soda recently, Sammy. And I call it an evening. It's beautiful. So do that. cushydreams.com. Promo code PODDON'T, and get 20% off your next order.
Love it.
There's plenty to talk about. We briefly mentioned the big baby nut assassin completely fucked up. I mean, didn't completely fuck them up, but he's looking good. Why
did the Sixers not? No, he kind of fucked them up, dude. Why? Here's my question to Doc Rivers. Why do you have Danny Green on Trae Young when he just burns him every time, when you could have the best defender in the NBA one-on-one in Ben Simmons on Trae Young?
I saw a Doc quote about that, and he said we'll play Ben on him some, but Trae's also really good at getting people in foul trouble, which to me seems like a bullshit reason. It's like, well, is Ben good or not? Because there is the discussion of, like, you know, analytics people will say, look, a perimeter guy can only be so good. What you really want is a fucking rim protector. Those are the guys that really make a difference overall, right? Your Rudy Gobert's and shit. If a perimeter player can make a difference, it's on something like this. It's like, shut down this guy, the guy who makes
his length.
Yeah. And he did. Listen, when they started him, when they put Ben on him in, I think, the start of the second half, that was when they kind of showed some life. And by the way, this was an insane game. The fact that it was like
they almost collapsed. They almost collapsed. And I mean, the amount of steals they got, it was like, why were you not playing D like this? I know you can't full court press the whole game, but like, where was this life?
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's interesting. And then, like, you look at the plus minus numbers, and it really looks like they won this with their fucking bench. But
their bench is good. And the thing is, it used to be a given that good defense would take down a good offense in the playoffs. But with the rules changed, good offense will beat good defense. And that's why Trae Young's fucking dudes up.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's like, I mean, Atlanta has a lot of fucking talent, but the way they came back, Philly, obviously, we've got game 2 tonight. This will probably be up by the, or, you know, you'll probably know what happens.
I gotta think the Sixers are going to take this one.
If they don't, it's a fucking embarrassment. And if they don't, then we get to start really trashing Doc Rivers, don't we? Because it's like Doc is.
But guess what? If they're down 2-0, don't you believe this team could come back? I mean, shit, the Clippers came back against the Mavs 2-0. You told me the Sixers couldn't do it to the Hawks. Am I really disrespecting the Hawks here? I don't know.
It's not. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I think the Hawks have more surrounding talent. They have more surrounding Trae than the Mavs had surrounding Luka. You know what I mean?
That's true.
And you know, and I know it would be like, it's just tough to lose 2 games at home. And by the way, they don't have.
That's a good point. The Hawks have, damn. Now that I think about it, the Hawks have way more.
The Sixers don't have Kawhi. Like, I know they have Embiid, but it's like we've talked about again in the playoffs. A big guy other than Jokic, really, who makes that offense go and has been clutch in the. But he's such a specific player.
Would you trade Porzingis for Capella?
Damn.
Isn't that crazy that we even could have that conversation?
Probably, yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Like, this dude was.
Yeah,
like,
I definitely would, actually.
This dude was like, maybe, you know, gonna be.
Yeah, all-star in his youth. But has gone completely away from protecting the rim. does not go in there, does not get dirty, doesn't rebound, is 7-3 for no reason. Meanwhile, Capella has shown, I mean, he's been fucking incredible. I mean, I know, he's just been so good not just this year, but I mean, this playoff run.
How would you rather have? How about John Collins or Porzingis? Who would you rather have?
Damn.
It's not easy, right?
It's really not easy, even though, well, you know why it's not, why I would probably say John Collins, because like, even we're past thinking about the worst case scenarios. Like part of it with like Collins, it's like, oh, can he play? Is he a 4? Is he a 5? He can't really protect the rim. Is he just offense only? It's like with Porzingis at this point, you would be thrilled if he was just offense only and couldn't protect the rim. like he just doesn't.
Yeah. What has happened? Is it his lack of strength? Is that what I think? At that height, it's just hard.
Yeah.
Every time he used to dunk back in the day, I would be scared.
7'3" is so fucking tall, but it's like, yeah, I don't know. Also, he's been injured his entire career. Could it be? This is the first time, I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the first season he's ever ended not injured, which is fucking insane.
That's fucking.
He was injured every year he was here, right? He ended every season here with an injury, and he was injured last year. Yeah, I think he's been injured every single fucking year. So maybe, who knows, man? Maybe he's got a full off season. Maybe he can hit the fucking gym, and maybe this lights a fire under him. Luka has said the things you want to say, where he's like, he's a great player. He was just like, gave kind of a politician either way answer, where he's like, look, in the NBA, you get new teammates every year, but he's a great player. I think we should feature him more. So he said everything. He didn't he didn't take a shot at Porzingis when he absolutely could have, but.
Well, you can't do that, but I'm sure he's not thrilled with this guy. He's like, yeah, guess what? If you showed up, we're in the second round. So I'm sure he's kind of like, you're complaining? I should be complaining.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking. But I mean, shit. Also, we paid like more. Luka's going to be loyal to Dallas. Clearly, he's talking about a 5-year extension, supermax. But
supermax, motherfucker, a 200, the richest contract ever for the richest ever rookie extension.
But at the same time, you're kind of like, well, this dude's not really getting the help he needs, and it's clear. Like
that's a great point, because Dallas has not. Like, what are their big additions? I mean, I know part of it is they thought they were going to get Giannis, so they didn't really make any crazy moves. But it's like,
but Giannis and Porzingis would have been weird.
Yeah, you probably trade Porzingis at that point for whatever it takes, even if it's just part of a sign and trade, even if it's just to unload him. If you know you're getting Giannis, you're like, all right, see ya, Porzingis. Even if it's just for a little more guard help. But it's like, look at the Mavs. Who have they signed? Who's the new addition? Boban. Like, I love Boban, but it's not like adding Boban a couple years ago.
Dude, there's not much they could do. I mean, Hardaway's contract's huge. And I'm wondering what he's going to get. He averaged 16 a game this year. He started the series red hot. He had a pretty bad game 7.
What do you mean? I don't think that's true. I think they could have done a lot of stuff. I think they were just keeping their powder dry for Giannis, which turned out to be a mistake.
Porzingis is a max, dude.
Yeah, but you look at the moves they've made on the margins. The Josh Richardson trade turns out to be a fucking disaster. They don't add any even like competent role players. Like, I think this is basically, I think I saw a tweet that was like, this is basically the same team that they haven't changed anything.
They don't have draft picks, remember, because my Knicks have them. So It's like I think it's a worse situation than Giannis is in, to be honest.
It's a bad, well, I don't know about that, because.
Why not? They don't have their picks and they've maxed out. Fine, it's not worse maybe, but it's not good. Porzingis, unless he takes a massive jump, and it's like you're betting on two things: Porzingis to take a huge jump and to stay healthy.
Right.
There was a time when it was like, would you rather have Porzingis, Embiid, or Karl Anthony Towns?
Yeah.
And it was a legit debate.
It was a real question, sure.
And now it's like, oh, it's Embiid, Towns, Porzingis way down.
Yeah.
And Towns has never really had the right team around him. Towns, I still think, has all the talent in the world.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. There's no question about that.
Towns is an incredible player.
Yeah, and I think if you're Dallas, you really just have to give it one more shot, and at the very least hope he can either become the player you want or regain some of his fucking like trade value. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think they're in trouble for sure. And I'll tell you another thing though. It's like, I don't think the Clippers, unless we'll see what they do. This is a great series coming up. The Clippers and the Jazz, like, you got that Paul George Ingles shit again.
Yeah.
You got two well matched up teams. No Mike Conley tonight for the Jazz, which sucks. But I mean, shit, this is a great opportunity for the Clippers to go in and steal one when you got no Conley. And
Yeah, for sure. But the Clippers are so, dude, think about the Clippers. They've played every other day for a 7-game series. And they have to go straight to fucking Utah and play in altitude. Like,
it's a totally different type of team, too. I mean, the Clippers do a lot of
yeah,
one-on-one
Utah is
ball,
nice and rested, bro.
and they also are more of a team. They're just
Yeah.
more cohesive. The way they swing the ball, open shots, it's going to be tough. Yeah, I mean, do you think Utah takes this series?
It's hard, man, because every lesson I feel like we learn, like every year I feel like what the playoffs tell us is like these regular season like phenomenon teams that haven't proved anything, you should be wary of them. The Bucks are like that. The Jazz, everyone's like, oh, they're scoring all these points from fucking 3-point range, and it's a different team. But it's like fundamentally though, when it comes down to it, do you believe in Donovan Mitchell or do you believe in Kawhi Leonard? And after what Kawhi showed the last series, after we saw like if Kawhi was fucking just Terminator Kawhi those last 2 games, the fact that he has that in him, and look, the Mavs defense is a lot shittier than the Jazz. Even, you know what I mean? Like Boban, you can't just say, well, they faced one giant guy. Like Boban is not even like people just got to dunk over Boban, no problem. Which he's like a horrific rim protector and he's humongous. That's not who Rudy Gobert is, right? That's going to be a lot. But at the same time, Kawhi, that 2-3 zone, if it did anything, it didn't train them for fighting or going up against a rim protector. But it did sort of the Clippers kept their offense in the mid range, which is the way you beat a rim protector. You get past the first level of defense and then you just fucking pull up. And
it's also a make or break series for Paul George. Like you're either worth the big money and you're the guy that you got paid to be, or you're just not. And it's like Kawhi has proven he's the dude again and again.
Yeah.
George has got to be a legitimate second superstar for them to beat the Jazz. Because I probably would bet on the Clippers, even though it says Ibaka didn't travel with them, so it doesn't look like he's going to play.
Ibaka's not even going to play in the playoffs. Yeah,
that's brutal. Yeah. Brutal loss because I love Ibaka, but
and he made a lot of sense on that team. We sucked that move off a lot in the offseason.
It's a nice move because he can stretch and shoot the 3, but also rim protect. I mean, man. I hope he's not out for the whole playoffs. It's his back though, which is so fucking tough.
He's got to be out, bro. He barely played this season. I think he's out. But anyway, I think I would choose the Clippers, honestly, as much as I don't like the Clippers. And you know what? Watching that game yesterday to go, because we got to talk about this series too, Denver Phoenix. I love the Nugs, but man, what the Suns showed in that third quarter, these young Suns, it's like you kind of start to catch the fucking like the good vibes of, especially when you see that stadium rocking. That
the
was
the
little kids going off. And dude, Torrey Craig, by the way, was like, "Oh yeah, you motherfuckers think Paul Millsap is worth it more than me, mother." Well, watch this. Torrey Craig went the fuck off. He was dunking alley-oops. He was fucking hustling.
I didn't know he had that.
Yeah, no, it was Torrey Craig was just like, yeah, they got. And by
Chris
the way,
Paul
the Bucks
is incredible. By the way.
The Bucks let him all. Yeah, Chris Paul played great, even though that shoulder still seems to be bothering him, is what it looks like to me.
But the fact that he can play through that pain, it's like it's Kobe shit. He's just a bad motherfucker, you know. And then,
yeah, and I mean,
Jay Crowder.
Yeah, Crowder was good. And what it really comes down to for and not just that, your boy. Here's another place where I keep looking stupid is DeAndre Ayton. I was just like, I just don't think he's going to be that good. Motherfucker was incredible against the Lakers. Obviously, it helps that Anthony Davis was out. And at least in last night's game, he played every minute Jokic did, and he was plus 13, and Jokic was minus 13. So it's like,
I mean, you can't ask much more for 20 and 10. You know, especially when you have the backcourt the Suns have, and he. It's that draft now looks so loaded. There was a fucking tweet about it that made me so sad when you see the guys in it. When you got Triple J, Luka, Trey, fucking Aiden, SGA, Michael Porter Jr., fucking all these killers, fucking. And then the Knicks took Kevin Knox that year.
I know. That was a Concepcion tweet where I retweeted on Pod Don't Lie. Actually.
Brutal.
Yeah, it's like
I
Aiden,
saw that. It was brutal.
Aiden, Luka, Triple J, Trey, Sexton, then
Sexton's
Kevin
good.
Knox. Then here's the guys we could have had: both Bridges, SGA, Michael Porter Jr., Dante DiVincenzo, a solid role player, Kevin Huerter, Josh Okogie, Landry
like
Shamet, Robert Williams, Jalen Brunson, Devontae Graham, Mitchell Robinson. Yeah, our fucking 35th pick, much better than our 9th pick. But
Brutal. Just a really tough reminder, Also,
go ahead.
I mean, you think of other busts in that draft. I mean, Mo Bamba went early. Bagley is just one of the worst. It's got to go down as one of the worst picks because you could have had Luka or Trey Young.
Yeah, tough. Even, I mean, again, any of the guys we named, the Bridges guys really are the perfect role players, though, either one. And I know I used to think they were brothers.
Especially Mikal Bridges.
I think Miles is great, too, though. I mean, I think he gives some.
But,
Mikal definitely is.
It's just
better.
he just fits on any team. Miles is great, but Mikal just like what he does, that 3-and-D shit is just never going to go out of style. And it's just, he's great.
No, for sure. But yeah,
good-looking kid too. He would have been he had another Oubre problem in New York where he would have gotten too much ass. It might have hurt. I mean, the ass that Tsunami Poppy would clean up on Broadway.
I honestly don't want him here. I got to be honest. Unless
he's gonna have that Kuz problem.
Unless it's some kind of like prove yourself kind of deal.
Give 2 years, $20 million. Who says no?
I think Oubre will get more than that on the open market.
It's crazy.
Listen, 10 mil a year. 10 mil a year. Yeah, fine. And he whatever. But
he just didn't have a good year. I don't think he can demand much more than that.
We'll see. There's not a lot of free agents. You got to remember, and teams have money. And now we're in the reality of the play-in game where people on the bubble are like, we can make the 10 seed. You know what I mean? Like, much fewer people just completely rebuild. But
I'm nervous that we don't have a lot of free agents, man.
Yeah, Lonzo might get paid big by us this summer. Who knows? But
fuck, is that good?
I don't know. We definitely listen. There's plenty of basketball to talk about now. I have a sneaking suspicion we will talk quite a bit about the Knicks offseason once basketball's over. I do also want to highlight that Michael Porter Jr.
This is a bad free agency class. Fuck, I'm looking at it. Ugh.
Yeah. MPJ did not have a great game. I think he went out. He hurt his back, which is not a good sign. I don't know. I haven't seen any news about whether he'll play Wednesday or not, but he just did
that was the question mark about MPJ.
And that's a shame because if the Nuggets had any chance here, MPJ had to ascend. He had to just become the number 2 guy that they were missing.
I don't think this is a fucking weird matchup, the Suns and the Nuggets, I like the Suns to beat them from the get-go. I think the Suns are taking the West. I can see the Clippers posing a problem for them, but I think the Suns, I don't know.
I'll be rooting.
Good.
I will be rooting for whatever team comes out of this series. I like the Nuggets, but really the way Phoenix was just like, they looked like they were having a bunch of fucking fun.
Who's a better matchup for Brooklyn? Phoenix or Clippers?
Or are we not even putting the Jazz in there?
Or the Jazz, yeah.
Who would play them the toughest is what you're saying?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I would rather. Again, it's almost like you just want to say Kawhi because who's stopping Kawhi on the like? It really comes down to that. And look, you also have to give some credit to Ty Lue as a coach. That motherfucker, that was kind of a reverse Doc Rivers performance where it's like they were dead twice. And, Doc had Kawhi, you know what I mean? Like, and Ty's been, and again, you could say Ty, he did it with LeBron, and sure, that's valid, but it's like
Kawhi will not get rattled. Like,
there's something to understand. It's like you have to give him some credit for understanding his players.
I fucked up to say, but Clippers Nets might be the best finals we get.
I mean, Phoenix.
Devin Booker's got to go off.
Devin Booker's got to go off. Chris Paul's got to be healthy, and that defense has to be. I mean, look, honestly, I think those would be the funnest ones. Sorry to Jazz fans, you can suck our fucking nuts. We don't care. I just don't believe. I'm still an anti-Rudy truther.
I've also all the times I've seen James Harden just butt fuck the Utah Jazz.
yeah. Right.
It's just in my head.
And that was just James Harden. Yeah, I mean, I think I would want to see the Clippers or the Suns, and I guess I would have to give it some thought. How does Phoenix match up defensively against them?
Against the Nets.
Yeah.
I think, honestly, this is going to sound weird, but Chris Paul on Kyrie and Jay Crowder on Durant, in terms of one-on-one matchups, you can't do much better.
Then you got Bridges. You got
Bridges.
Yeah. Aiden is that the interior presence we're talking about that could do a little damage. And
Phoenix,
like I said,
Phoenix winning it all would be hilarious.
it would be really funny. It would be really funny. And
Devin Booker would just be the fattest nut player.
Oh, his nuts would be over.
Chris Paul fucking deserves it. Chris Paul deserves it more than anyone, dude.
Yeah. It would be nice to see him get a ring, especially. You know what else would be funny, though? The one thing that would be the one storyline on the Nets that I would enjoy would be Blake Griffin versus the Clippers and just playing out of his mind against the team that traded him to Detroit. That is the one silver lining where I'm like, okay, I could muster up rooting for Brooklyn under those circumstances, only because it would be a nice fuck you to the Clippers.
It's tough for New York. For me, it's very painful that a New York team could win and it ain't going to be my guys.
Yeah. I mean, it's fake, though. They don't even exist in New York. They're a concept more than anything.
It's just, I'm still upset.
I get it, dude. We should have had, remember the Photoshops? Zion, Durant, and Kyrie. Sam's taking his headset off.
Fuck this shit. You think I don't know pain, motherfucker?
I know you know pain, brother. I know you know it, brother.
I'm sorry that your Bucks are getting
It's all right, man.
fucked.
It's all right. It's all right. What are you going to do?
I'm grateful for the ride. Man. You can't always win them, but hey, man, we overachieved this year. We got a lot of class. This team's got grit. I really feel good about the future. I think RJ is going to be a really good NBA player. I think Julius is only going to get better. And I think we bring in the right culture guys. I hope Tsunami Poppy at a discount comes in. I think he could be fun. I think that dude does not shy away from the bright lights. I think he could do better with a crowd, just like a guy like Obi could. I'm excited for the possibility.
Talking yourself into
I feel guilty because
of a crowd.
I make shit happen. I put energy into the world. And Julius Randle had his best year because I believed in him. And how long have I talked about Kelly Oubre coming to the Knicks? And it might happen now.
It might. We'll see. We'll have to see.
I put energy out there, and the world responds.
That's true, Sam. I can't fault you there. Well, folks, the podcast just barely survived that brutal Bucks loss. Thank you for everybody for listening. Let's read a couple reviews, Sam, real quick. What do you say to end the show?
Yeah, let's fucking rock.
And by the way, please send us some fucking 5-star reviews. I wish
I could play this audio. I don't know how.
We're at 949. We can play it next time, dude.
All right.
We're at 949 reviews. Let's get to a fucking 1,000 5-star ratings, folks. What do you say? This one's from Pete Spin, who says, Bizarro Penn and Teller try tricking you into believing the Knicks have a future. It's magical. Interesting. This is from Adam Lafresso. Pretty long, Adam. I don't know if I'm going to get through the whole thing. He says, I understand. As a lifelong Cavs fan, I understand the level of mental illness it takes to believe King Julius and Mitchell Robinson can take you to a championship. I fully believe Colin Sexton and Darius Garland, under the tutelage of Kevin Love, can win us the East. I also wanted to understand to watch a team waste years of a once-in-a-generation talent. Budenholzer was getting pegged with a hot dildo while his balls were hooked up to a car battery when Giannis signed that deal. That's right, Adam. Sam and Stav give hot takes and believe in their teams better than anyone. The best basketball podcast on the market. Check out the Patreon. Thank you, buddy. PDL for life. Thank you, Adam. Yeah, check out that Patreon, folks. 2 stand-up guys from Piss Balto. Highly entertaining basketball podcast. It's like your local sports and radio show infused with a dose of Howard Stern and Seinfeld. That's nice. Not bad. This is from Dan Hughes, who says the best Knicks pod and one of the best B-ball pods, period. Stavi and Sam have Stockton Malone like chemistry. Neither one of us is a rapist, though. Let's get that on the record. I may be biased.
I love that about us.
I may be biased because I'm a Knicks fan, and I believe it or not, I am also former President Barack Obama. 5 stars.
That's big, dude.
We have a big listener. Thanks for sneaking that in. From Fergal Odlum, King Julius Manchurian candidate. Only Sam and Stav can convince a bunch of rubes that Ghislaine Maxwell's talent acquisition skills may have made her a better GM option than Phil for the Knickerbockers.
Oh,
Nobody
no
better in the
question.
podcasting
No,
business. We
way
should get
better.
Ghislaine. Free Ghislaine and let her be the GM. This is from Getty B. Love it. The energy is unmatched. True fans putting Kellerman and Stephen A. Smith to shame. Thank you, Getty. As a diehard Wolves fan, I can't wait for the Wolves to play the Knicks in the finals 2023, led by Anthony Edwards. Feels like Stav and Sam would have loved him. Knicks uni. Keep up the hysterical, and downright legendary content. Adam, thank you, Adam, and thank you to everybody who listens to the show. We appreciate it, even though we've taken some L's this last couple of weeks here on Pod Don't Lie, but we will build back stronger than ever before. And if you like this, you're enjoying us, go to the Patreon. We do 2 episodes a week, especially during the playoffs. You get a double dose of Pod Don't Lie. So enjoy that, folks. And that's patreon.com/Pod Don't Lie. And we will talk to you on the Patreon, and if not, next Monday or Tuesday. Bye.
And I one quick thing, stuff.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the free agents. It's not like a big star-heavy free agency class, but there's a lot of good role players.
Okay.
And I'm feeling a little better.
Who are you thinking? Who are you thinking?
I like Mike Conley for the Knicks.
You think he's not going to re-sign with the Jazz?
He probably will. I'm just throwing names out there.
Okay, all right.
I like. Obviously, I like Kyle Lowry for the Knicks.
I like that one too. Actually,
He's 35 though.
He probably will go to Philly if I had to guess.
John Collins, we'll see. Lonzo Ball could be good for the Knicks. He's young.
John Collins is definitely resigning for the Atlanta.
Lonzo Ball is only 23. I'm scared about how much he's going to want, though.
Yeah.
37.8 from 3 is not bad, though, for a young guy.
Yeah. Lonzo wouldn't be disastrous, and he's a playmaker. We need a little more playmaking. I'd rather him than Dennis Schroeder, that's for sure.
We got to get, Jared Allen's a free agent. Mitch Robinson, we should bring back, I think.
Jared Allen's getting re-signed, bro.
You know who I would like for us? Like kind of a sneaky, fun guy.
Hit me.
Spencer Dinwiddie.
For sure, but I think he's gonna have. I think he's gonna have some.
Off a torn fucking ACL or.
Yeah,
Achilles?
dude. Yeah, he's good. He's good. Look,
he's good, but
I hope so. He would be good for us for sure.
He's 28. He's money, dude. How about Norman fucking Powell?
That's that. Now you're getting somewhere. Let's throw a little money at Norman Powell. I don't mind that at all. He'll be expensive though, but I like that a lot, actually. My dick just kind of fucking perked up at that one.
See, Gary Trent Jr., dude.
I think Toronto's going to re-sign him.
Okay, I'm just throwing some names out there.
I would love it, though, if they didn't. That's a great – oh, and one thing I else should say, I'm going to be in Rochester, New York on the 17th through the 19th. If you want to see me do stand-up live, go check that out, and I'll be announcing a full tour soon. Sammy,
I'm in Tampa that weekend, and I'm in Atlantic City this weekend, then Raleigh end of the month. A lot of
nice.
Nashville's coming up, OKC,
Love
Madison.
it.
I'm all over this motherfucker.
All over the place. So go to stavi.biz/tour for my tickets, and go check out Sam's as well. All right, folks, that's going to do it for us. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.